Hi and welcome. This is Kelly here. This is going to be a 30-minute quick class power flow. We're going to move through lots of strengthening work for the upper body, for the lower body with our standing poses, and then relaxation at the end. We're going to start in child's pose. So come on down. Widen out the knees. Bring the toes together. Push the hips all the way back towards the heels, and then crawl the fingertips forward and let the head relax. Good. We're going to take a few long breaths here. So take your time to breathe nice and slow through the nose. And nice, relaxing exhale out through the nose. Here in this posture, we're just bringing our full attention onto our mat, out of whatever we were doing earlier today, whatever might come later. And just allowing this time, though it may be shorter than usual, to be completely present. Truly allowing yourself to detach from those activities of the mind that force us to plan, problem solve, figure things out. Letting all of that mind activity go and just start to move from the center of the body, from the gut, from the heart, as you move around on the mat today. Take about 2 or 3 more full breaths. And then slowly start to shift forward into your tabletop position. Draw the knees back underneath the hips. And then we'll gently move in and out of a cat-cow. So pull the heart forward, lift the chest, stretch the front of the body. Exhale, round. Feel free to keep the eyes closed here, thinking of this as an extension of our centering practice. Just starting to really tune in on what's going on in the mind today. What's going on in your physical body that you may need to be aware of, especially as we move into some of these challenging variations. Always listening to what your body needs. Good. One more full breath. Good. Staying in that rounded spine, we're going to take the hands and turn them back towards the knees. Good. Push the elbows forward and then pull the hips back just enough to start to feel that stretch run down through the forearms. Good. Take a nice full inhale. And exhale. Good. We'll flip the hands back to face forward. And then we're just going to lean forward so that the shoulders come past that wrist crease and then lean back. Good. So just try that a few more times. Start to feel that warming up as the shoulders go past the wrist crease. Really root down into that pointer finger mound. Good. 1 or 2 more full movements forward and back. And then we'll come back to center. Walk the handprints forward. Push down into the whole center circle of the palm and all 10 finger mounds, and then tuck those toes under, lift up, downward facing dog. Good. We'll inhale all the way through the nose. Exhale all the way. Roll the shoulders away from the ears, let the head hang. And then bring a little bend into the knees and really stretch the hips up. Good. Feel that opening at the back of the hamstrings, and then straighten out the legs, push the heels down. Try that one more time. Inhale, bend the knees, little subtle adjustment, opening up the low back. And then exhale, heels down. Good. Inhale, we're going to come forward into a plank pose. Good. Again, warming up those wrists. Shoulders come right over the wrist creaser slightly forward, and then back to downward dog. Good. Inhale forward. Exhale back. 2 or 3 more, just moving with the breath, using the center of the body, core and low back muscles, to act almost as a brake, keeping you from dropping the hips too low as you get into plank, and then keeping you from letting that belly sink too close to the thighs in downward dog. Last one here, we'll come all the way forward, plank pose. Lower the knees down. Good. Maybe scoot back on your mat a little bit so that you can come into puppy pose, but make sure your fingertips and your forearms are on the mat. Good. From this position, we're going to root down into the forearms. Make sure your forearms stay parallel, and then let the chest drop. Forehead can come down. Hips are stacked over the knees here, and we're feeling that stretch running from the outer edge of the elbows up into the armpits, maybe even into the rib cage. Good. As you move a little deeper, try to get the front of the chest down, maybe even the front of the armpits or the armpits completely. Chin can come down at this point. Good. Take one more full breath. And then from here, we're going to push into those forearms. Good. Make sure the elbows are still wrapping in. Tuck the toes under. Come up into dolphin pose. We want to keep the shoulders behind the elbows. So check side to side, and then head stays lifted off the floor. Good. Take an inhale. Again, make sure your fingertips are on the mat so they're not reaching out in front of you. We're going to push into the hands and push straight up to downward dog. Good. Settle in here. Take a nice big inhale. And then exhale, we'll move forward into a plank. Good. From here, drop the chest down, chaturanga, and then bend the knees, place the elbows down. You're back to that setup for dolphin. Knees are lifted, and then straighten out the legs. Good. We're going to try that a few more times. So we push into downward dog. We round forward into plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower, bend knees and elbows. Dolphin setup, open it up. Good. Downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale all the way. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga to dolphin. Inhale, dolphin. Exhale, downward dog. 2 more just like that. Inhale, forward. Exhale. Inhale, dolphin. Exhale, downward dog. Last one. Inhale, forward. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, downward dog. Nice job. We're going to start to move in the opposite direction. So take a moment to rest in a forward fold. Walk those feet in. Walk the hands back. Roll those shoulders out. Just let the hands shake. You can even flip the hands over for a little counter stretch. Sway side to side. And then we're going to reverse that movement. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale. Walk the hands forward. Feet back. And then lower both elbows down into a dolphin. From here, we're moving from dolphin to that chaturanga movement. So you may need to bring the knees down for this. We're going to scoop forward, lift the elbows up to chaturanga, push up plank, back to downward dog. Elbows down, lower dolphin. Exhale. Inhale, scoop forward, chaturanga, plank pose, and downward facing dog. About 3 more. Dolphin, chaturanga, plank, and downward facing dog. Good. Things should start to get a little harder for those last few. When you get back into downward dog, take a nice big inhale. And once again, we'll walk the feet towards the hands. Nice job. Pull the heart forward, lift the chest, create length in the spine, and big release into your forward fold. Shake out the head and neck here, let the shoulders relax. And then we'll root down into those feet, bend the knees, roll it up, one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders slide back and down. And then we'll make our way up to the top of the mat, starting our flow. So from here, we're starting in Tadasana. If you'd like to have blocks, they may be helpful. I personally will use them. If you don't have blocks, no worries. All right, root down into those feet, roll the shoulders back and down. You should notice a little warmth opening in the shoulders. Pull the head back, root down into the heels. Take an inhale, reach it all the way up. Tap those fingertips together. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Good, nice deep bend in those knees so the hands can come down, and we're going to hop back to our chaturanga, land with the elbows bent, hovering above the floor. Inhale, scoop it forward, roll onto the top of the feet, thighs lift, squeeze the shoulder blades together, engage the lower back and glutes to tuck the tailbone under. Exhale, downward dog. Nice big breath. Bring those toes to touch. Inhale, we'll lift the right leg high. And then as you exhale, we'll pull that knee in, step it softly to the top of the mat. Grab your blocks if you're using them. Inhale, we're gonna pull the heart forward, get nice and low in the hips. And we're gonna add a few little hops. So we inhale as you lift. Exhale as you switch the legs. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Next time right foot is forward, we'll pause and lift it up, high lunge. Getting everything moving, warm, pumping. Open it up, warrior two. Good. Nice big breath here. Reach it back, reverse warrior. And then all the way into your triangle. Use block or not. When you're ready, step that right, or bend the right knee, step the left foot in, find your way into your half moon. One more full inhale. See if you can rotate, shift the gaze, find a deeper half moon pose. And then bend the right knee, step the left foot back. Okay. From here, we're going to bring this right hand all the way down to the floor, left hand to the hip, and we're going to take our right foot under the body to step to the left side of the mat for fallen triangle. Looks like this. Good. Inhale here. Reach that left hand up. Squeeze the under side of the body. That's the right side. Exhale, left hand comes down, right leg flips over into our wild thing. Right hand will lift. And then from here, reach that right leg all the way up. Find that balance into your star pose. Land, side plank. Exhale, full plank. Back to downward facing dog. About 3 or 4 full breath cycles. Settle in here. Use this as a pose to recover and reset. At the end of the next exhale, we'll bring those toes to touch. Lift the left legs, reach it up. Exhale, softly step it forward. Gather in those blocks if you're using them. Pull the heart forward, get the hips nice and low. Inhale. And about 4 to get the left leg back in front again. Once you get settled, back up to that high lunge. Inhale all the way. Exhale, settle in. Open up, warrior two. When you're ready, reach it back, reverse warrior. And then all the way into triangle, straighten the left leg. Another full, complete breath. And then step it forward, half moon pose. Good. Blocks make a great addition to this posture, or really anything, tall water bottle, stack of books, because they allow us to really open up our hips and open up our shoulders. Sometimes just touching the floor makes us close everything off, and we're really not doing the complete pose. Take one more full breath. Exhale, we'll step it back. Good. Bring that left hand to the outside of the foot. Good. And from here, we're going to take this left foot and step it under the body. Good. Right hand can stay on the hip or reach it up. And then bring right hand down. Sweep that left leg under, up and over as you roll to the pinky edge of the right foot. And reach it up, wild thing. From here, keep the hips lifted in this way and see if you can lift the left leg and left arm. One more breath, and then release it, side plank. And full plank. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice job. Settle in here. Find that length in the spine, space to breathe. One more. Look forward towards the hands. Step or hop your way to the top of the mat. Pull the heart forward, lift the chest. And exhale, let it release. Inhale, reverse swan dive. And exhale, those hands down to heart center. Good, nice job. Tap in here, find that sense of stillness in the body amongst all the movement. Good, stillness in the breath. Little spaces at the end of your inhale, at the end of your exhale. Good. All right, we're going to take a few moments here. And then move into our next flow. So inhale, reach it up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reach those fingertips down. We're going to hop back to chaturanga. Moving through our vinyasa, scoop it up. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. We're going to add in a couple more here. So inhale, round forward, plank pose. Exhale, drop, chaturanga. Chest lifts, look out in front, and then scoop up. Downward facing dog. One more, inhale, round forward. Exhale, drop. Inhale, scoop it up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg high. Exhale, right knee to chest. Pause and hold for 3, 2, 1, and then softly step. Good. Blocks are available if you want them, or reach those fingertips up. Good. Interweave the fingers. Point the pointer finger and the thumb up, and then root down in those legs. Get deeper in the legs as you lift up through the torso. One more full breath, maybe a little back bend. Open it up, warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale. Exhale, half moon. Good. This time, option for a bind. So some ways to make that bind slightly easier is to come up higher on the right hand, or to bend the standing leg and then straighten it back out. When you get into that position, kick the foot into the hand. Good. See what it feels like to bring a little bend into the standing leg and lift the right fingertips off the floor. Maybe they hover, maybe they reach out. Little tension in that back leg to keep you from leaning forward too much. And then back down, half moon. Send it out. Left leg steps back right into that fallen triangle. And then left hand down, sweep it up and over. Wild thing. Good, reach it out in all directions. Star pose. Side plank. And full plank, inhale. Exhale, downward dog, nice job. Settle in here. All right, lift that left leg high. Exhale, draw it in. Hover for 3, 2, 1. Step it through. Good. Blocks or lift those hands to your high lunge. Interweave fingers in opposite direction. Pointer fingers reach. Shoulders slide down the back. Legs deepen as the upper body lifts. Creating that gentle push and pull. Finding balance between grounding and lifting. Inhale all the way. Exhale, open it up. Warrior 2. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale. And exhale. Left hand's going to reach forward, block or floor. Tap it up. Half moon. Get your balance and focal point first, and then option to come into that lifted leg. Good, nice job. Breathing where you are. And then finding a little bend in the standing leg and optional lift of the left hand. A little bow in the right hand, pulling with the foot to create that balance. And then you can straighten out the standing leg. Take one more breath. You can bring it back down. Open it back out. Half moon. Right foot steps back. Left foot steps under, fallen triangle. Inhale all the way. Squeezing that left hip up, right hand down. Left leg comes up and over. Left hand lifts. Wild thing. And then reach it out all directions. Side plank. Legs stack. Hips stay lifted. Exhale, full plank. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Slow it all down. Good, nice job. We'll look forward towards the top of the mat. Step or hop your way into Malasana. Drop those hips nice and low. Good. Bring the hands to heart center. We'll take a nice big breath here. Pull the thumbs towards the sternum to lengthen the spine. Drop the hips a little lower. And then option for a little half bind. We're going to take the right hand around, elbow or arm stays in front of the knee, and left hand around the low back. Good. You might bring those hands together. Mine do not come together at this point. Inhale. If you don't want to bring the hands together, one can stay on the floor and the opposite can reach up. And then we'll come to the other side. The left arm will reach around, and that right arm can either reach up or come behind the low back. Finding the space that works for you at this moment. Inhale. Exhale. Sit back down, hands to heart center. And then exhale, hands down, hips lift. Turn the toes to face forward and release it out. Good. Shift onto the very front of the feet, really opening up the hamstrings. Heels get heavy. Top of the hamstring lifts up. And then fold to deepen. Good. All right, we're going to move to the center of the mat. Finding crow pose, any arm balance, or headstand. So finding whichever variation. If you do not practice headstand often, I do not suggest trying it at home by yourself. Or if you are going to try it, do it against a wall. If you're comfortable and confident in doing it in the center of the room, you can do it right here on your mat. I'm going to do arm balance because I'm not inverting. So hands down, elbows are going to pull back so the arms stay bent, and you're going to lean your knees onto the back of the elbows. Lift the hips high, look out in front, and start to lift those toes off the floor, maybe one at a time. Squeeze everything in and find the breath. Rest when you're ready. Take your time here to find what you need. This would be a great opportunity to explore some deeper variations. So if you want to try that out, pause the video and continue to explore headstands, handstands, Pinch Mayurasana, all that good stuff. Otherwise, we're going to make our way down onto our back. So cross those shins, roll it on back. Circle around. Countering some of that powerful work we've already done, we're going to come into either legs up the wall or shoulder stand. So again, if you're comfortable doing shoulder stand where you are, go ahead and try that out. Otherwise, palms come right under the low back. You're going to extend those legs straight up, flex the feet. Good. Shoulders slide away from the ears, slowing everything down. Good. Feel free to take another leg variation for shoulder stand or legs up the wall. You can let those legs go wide. Good. Just letting gravity open up the inner edges of the thighs. Try not to let the legs fall away from you. Try to keep them drawing in. Supporting the hips with the back of the hands. We'll take 3 more breaths. Draw it back up. Release the hands from the low back, bend the knees, and circle them around. Good. Again, if there's anything else you need here, making this a longer practice, feel free to bring that in. Otherwise, we'll extend the legs out. Slide the shoulders under the back of the body. Reach out in all directions, letting go of effort. Letting everything just relax and release. This is where our body starts to absorb all the benefits of the work that we've done. So giving yourself just as much time and attention here as you did with those intense balancing, arm balancing poses. Take a few deep inhales and exhales as you start to bring your awareness back to the surface of the body. Wiggling fingers and toes, rolling out wrists and ankles. And moving slowly, not to disturb that peace you've created within the body and mind. And we'll meet in a seated, comfortable position when you're ready. Gathering hands at the heart center, thanking your body and mind for the opportunity to move in this way, for the space to do so, and sending that gratitude out to anything else that made it possible for you to be in tune with the breath and the body today. The light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.